take the motherfucking game. Bring it back to the realness from which it came. Nice medallion.
All right, though. What up, though, y'all? It is that deep. We are season 2, episode 6. It's your girl, the Detroit Red, aka the Good Auntie. And over here we got.
It's the good guy Juan. No, you know what? No, I don't want to be the good guy Juan today.
Aw,
you know what I mean?
shit.
Because it's been a lot of stuff going on this whole month, really. You know, this whole life, really. But I want to be Kai Wan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Kai Wan today.
Okay. What up, Kaiwan? Like the sweatshirt. Now,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I was having a conversation with Dave, and he was saying, like, Kyrie Irving is closer to Muhammad Ali than LeBron ever was.
Oh, definitely.
Or
For
ever
sure.
could be.
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
All right. And then over here to our left, we have a special guest.
All right.
What's your name, sir?
James Perry. Everybody call me JP, though.
All right. So just to let the good people know, this is my actual big brother.
There you
Okay.
go.
Same father, same mother.
Okay.
All right.
We locked in. This is my real family, my real big brother. So he is here today. We're going to discuss some life insurance for you guys. We're going to give y'all some information because over here it is that deep. We don't just talk about the current events, relationships, and cheating. Like, yeah, we talk about that, but we want to give y'all some useful information. So when Explicit was here, or Janice, she was here, she kind of bust the door open on talking about insurance, life insurance. And I was telling her about our Uncle James, how he passed away and he had, you know, life insurance, and like how we were all kind of surprised by that he handled it so responsibly.
Right.
You know, based on us knowing him in life, you know, he was kind of a wild card.
Yeah.
So that inspired me to optimize my life insurance plan, basically, because I felt like, you know, whenever that day does come, I want to make sure I left my daughter good. If she has children, I want them to be good.
Right.
You know, my niece and nephew, I want them to have a little something from their TT. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how we came here. And so after she said that and we discussed that briefly, I wanted to definitely do a show to give people some information on how you can use life insurance as a wealth building tool. And I know that sounds crazy for a lot of people, right? Because I think in the Black community, we have an unhealthy relationship with death. Like,
Right.
That's right.
when I was growing up, I remember hearing about people in these life insurance policies, and I'm like, I don't ever want that because it sounds like a setup.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds like people would get insurance on you and kill your ass.
Right.
You know, so it just sounded weird to even think about getting something from somebody passing on. But here it is. The one guarantee in life is that we're going to pass on.
Oh, yeah. You're going to transit.
You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to talk about life insurance. So, Juan, did you have anything to leave with before we get into our topic?
Oh, you know, I was actually at FedEx the other day making some copies of some blueprints, and I was looking over, and they had like a little book rack, and it was, I believe the title of the book was called "If You Get Hit by a Bus." What if you get hit by a bus or something like that? But basically telling you what you need to do to prepare you, prepare life for others in the case you ain't here. So,
Exactly.
so when you brought up the whole life insurance term, I said, yeah, it's almost like the energy. I looked over there and I saw the book. I say, let me get this book. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got the book?
Yeah. I just went and brought it. You know, but you know what?
Little reading ass.
Yeah. But I haven't read it yet because, you know, I ain't had no damn time to read it, you know, me working so much. But yeah. No, I'm definitely all for life insurance for sure.
Got you. All right. So I'm going to just start by asking you some basic questions about insurance, and you can answer them for the people. Okay. So what is the youngest a person can get insured? So like if I have a newborn baby, can they get insured, or do they have to live a little bit before I can get insurance?
No, that's not absolute. You know, you can get life insurance day one.
Really?
Yeah. So it's 0 years old is what we call it. But I got carriers. I'm a broker. Let me just say. So I deal with a couple different carriers. You know, I deal with the carriers specific to my circle of influence, my community, where I'm always at, where I live, laugh, and play.
Right.
So I deal with those carriers that can help be a resource to my community. So like Mutual Omaha, okay, great company, $billion company or whatever. So meaning that they have the funds to do whatever or whatnot. They financially, their financial strength is there.
Gotcha.
They're one of the carriers that I use mostly, especially for that 0-year-old, that newborn.
Okay. So you can
definitely
insure your baby as soon as it comes out the coochie. Okay.
Oh yeah. Sure.
So is there a maximum amount that you could insure them for? Because I'm sure you couldn't insure like a 0 years old for $1 million.
That's a great question. The carriers that I'm dealing with, like let's say for instance, let's just stick with Mutual Omaha. Their max is 50,000.
Got you.
I got some others that max are 100,000.
Got you.
$1 million, I haven't tapped into it because no one came with that. You know, we got this
$1 million baby. Literally.
I mean, a term, yes, you probably can on $1 million, but it's gonna they're gonna make sure that baby is, you know,
in the best shape possible, right?
straight out the But
See, I mean to cut you off.
yeah, you good.
I know one thing I was reading that with life insurance, the insurance company, you know, they make their money because they don't, you know, people are afraid, like, or have a stigma that if you get a life insurance, like you're gonna pass away. No, the life insurance companies are betting that you live for a long time. So that's how they generate their funds to be able to pay out different policies. So
as if you get it and die.
Yeah. They want you to live. They bet that you're going to live. You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great way of looking at it. Yeah, they do. They do.
Okay, so let's just say I am a single parent, right? I don't have a large income. I'm pretty much struggling. What is like a minimum budget a person would need in order to get some type, like the bare bones life insurance? Like I just want a burial policy, right? How much would they be looking at paying for a policy that just covers, you know, funeral, burial, those types of things? How much would they look at a month for a policy like that?
How much would they look at a month? Okay.
Yes.
So the bare bone minimum of what I pitch first to a young person is like get you at least 25,000.
Gotcha.
So I'll start with 25,000, and I always, if they're young, I lead with whole life. Honestly, because because of the stigmas, because of the scare of it or whatnot. You know, let's do this one time, like a shot. You know what I mean? So let's make it a permanent policy. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay.
So I'll lead with a permanent policy. I'll say about 25,000, and I could just do a quick quote because I do it right from my phone, right? And I can give you a real answer.
Yeah.
But so we'll just throw up a number in a sense of I always have the Mutual Omaha right on tool right here. I log on. They tell me their age. 23, and I just give y'all a real quote so you can see how inexpensive it really is. And people, you go to the store and buy dinner at night, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You go to Kroger's, $12, right? Something like that.
Right.
Wendy's.
That you look up $19, right?
Yeah.
You went there just to get a burger, a $5 biggie box of that. So a whole a whole life policy for someone. Let's just say, give me an age. Throw out an age.
26.
26. There we go.
What were you
26.
gonna say?
Right.
35.
Okay.
I'll do both. We'll do both if
All
we
right.
can. We got time. So, and this would be with like I always put accidental on it. Some can bill with $14.
Wow.
Right.
A month?
$14. Whole life.
Whole life. And
For
that's
25,000.
26-year-old. 25,000.
$14
Right.
a month?
So
A month?
Yeah.
Okay.
My question
So I'm like, is that a week or a
yeah,
month?
It's a month.
Even a week is cheap, but a month is like, okay, guys, $14 a month for we're looking at a 26-year-old healthy for $25,000 in whole life insurance, $14 a month.
right.
Everybody should have this.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody who's around this age bracket should have at least this. So, okay, look it up for like a 35-year-old.
We'll just go up to 35. I go back.
Yeah.
And that's a male.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to just tell you, if I'd have clicked and put female,
It'd be even cheaper.
$10.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's based. Yeah,
Males are more risky. We do like to
There
do
you
a
go.
lot of more risky shit.
yeah. That's absolutely
I didn't know
right.
that.
You're
I
absolutely
didn't know
right.
that. It was a difference.
We like to climb up on scaffolds and dangle off buildings and shit like that, and slip and fall, and
True.
and that's accidental. That falls
Jumping
under
off
accidental.
of garages and motorcycles.
Motorcycles.
Yeah, all of
yeah.
that.
I
all
mean,
of that.
those are questions that's asked in the insurance process.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know?
Got
Those are
you.
different things we have to ask. But to answer your question, for a 35-year-old male,
Mm-hmm.
right, whole life,
Yeah.
one that's whole life, I tell people it's an asset.
Right.
It's not a liability in some cases, especially when I'm quoting you as an index universal whole life, $17.20,
Right.
$17.20.
25,000.
That's
Right.
crazy. Cheap. Very cheap.
Right.
All right, so you're throwing out some terminology. So I'm gonna kind of backtrack to kind of get a understanding of these terminologies. When you say things like whole life, what does a whole life insurance policy mean? What does that mean?
I just like to keep things simple, like KISS it, right? It would be permanent.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Permanent. It'll say so permanent. And most whole life policies, like the one that I'm talking about, the IUL, it covers you to 121 years old, right?
wow.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Y'all
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wow, I got you, but
Yeah.
Well, 121.
what's the lifespan right now?
Right,
You get what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
But like you said earlier, Juan, they expecting you to live.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
They're expecting people to live.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So then, what is a universal life insurance policy? What does that mean?
It just have different components.
Okay.
Like, right now, most of the major companies, you're gonna hear this a lot. They're switching to we used to have a guaranteed universal whole life.
Mhm.
Now it's index,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and so y'all hear index in the
Like the index fund, the
right,
S&P 150.
You know,
or whatever.
you can make
Yeah.
money when you hear
Exactly.
index.
Right.
So you can absolutely do that. And
Mhm.
the easiest way for me to relay that to a customer, because especially in the communities I deal in,
Yeah.
with our people, you have to keep it simple to them. They understand 401k.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I explain it to them, IUL, an index universal whole life policy,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
meaning that it's permanent, is index, meaning you can make some money, right? I tell them like this, like, for instance, our cousin, because, we family. My cousin that I'm writing up, I'm letting her know how I tell them it's like a 401k and an insurance policy combined.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You got me?
Because it develops that cash value.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
And
okay.
a little quicker
Yeah.
based on the index, the S&P 500.
Okay.
That's what
Wow.
they base this particular policy on.
Okay.
You got Fidelity and other companies that I'm contracted with. They use, other NASDAQ and other,
Okay.
things to drive it by.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
What is a variable life insurance? What does that mean? I was Googling and these names came up. What does that
Those are
mean?
a little riskier.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't got into them. I like to keep it fixed and
Mhm.
easy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
As I go after that different client
Yeah.
tail right now, I came in this to help my people.
Right.
You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
Spread
So
awareness.
right. So let's just keep it simple. And as I find my people that needs that, for instance, I had a customer call me today for an IRA. That's not my thing right now.
Mhm.
Right.
But I could sell an IRA. I could sell an annuity. You got to go get certified in it.
Mm-hmm.
A variable life insurance policy is a little bit more riskier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
play a little bit more risk, but it still funds the life insurance policy. Just a little more risky.
Now, what is term life insurance? What does that mean?
It's just I tell people it's exactly what it says. It's a term. It only covers you for a certain period of time.
Got
Okay.
you. So would you discuss those parameters like with your agent? Like what amount of time you want it to cover you for, or is it a set time?
So they give you. It's based on your age.
Mhm.
Everybody, it's a certain age you reach where you can't get a term. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But for the most part, you got insurance companies that sell a lot of term because one, it's inexpensive.
Mm-hmm.
But you see how inexpensive the life insurance policy,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
whole life insurance policy.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why they're switching gears, going to the index, because they can give you that index whole life policy, which is permanent,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
at a term value rate.
God.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it that much,
better.
enticing to someone that doesn't have a lot of cash flow to afford,
Right.
$60, $40, different things like that. So term is what it is though. Just to give you whatever it is the term is, it's a term, and then then it can turn into a whole life. But I have, being a broker, I have all kind of tools and products for my customers. So that's what I do. I talk with the customer, and then I right fit them into the best fit for them. It might be a term, but I use a company now called Americo that has a term that continues past the term and turns into whole life, and the price don't change.
Oh, okay. Right.
So
I was always curious about one thing. Like I know a lot of credit unions and banks, they will send out they say it's free life insurance. You just sign this paper and you just automatically get $1,000 or some type of small coverage. Are they personally benefiting off you signing up for that $1,000 or $5,000 or whatever it is, that low amount? Do they put additional insurance on you?
On the back end, I see where you're coming from, but I tell people to grab it.
Right.
Just get it, because it's like this. It's group rating.
Right.
Meaning that you're going to qualify regardless. They're not going to do no medical check.
Yeah.
Take all that you can get.
Right.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
They always give you the option. They say if you want $200,000, it's $20 a month. If you want $300,000, it's $30 a month. So
right, but that's a great thought process, Juan, because when you say that, because in group rating, like let's just say your employer, right? They do group rating.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you don't have to qualify. You don't have to pass a physical or nothing like that.
Oh, right.
But you're an asset to that company.
Yeah.
So if you die,
Right.
they benefit from the policy. So that's why they pay for it.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
So in most credit unions, more or less banks, credit unions, because a lot of time in a credit union, the members own the credit union. Right. So in that regard, yes, they give you the group rating.
Okay.
That's something I'm gonna tap into.
Yeah.
Because they gotta benefit from it in some kind of way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was always curious about that. I'm like, how are they just give you, the policy without checking anything in no particular age? But it makes sense because it's a group rate. So if everybody's, you got a certain amount of people, or thousands or millions of people all. It definitely makes sense.
They definitely send me something every week.
Oh yeah,
it's the law of the larger number. So I tell people, like, if you're in a credit union, take advantage of the benefits. Right. It's a benefit. They get that's just an extra.
Even the auto too.
Yeah, it's just an extra $100,000 to leave behind to your seed.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Or a loved one. Why not? It don't cost you nothing. You probably blow that $30 or whatever they want to give you for $100,000.
Right.
On stuff that's frivolous. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Can you get life insurance on anyways? Like, could I get life insurance on my baby daddy?
See,
asking.
I don't know how that sounds, but okay.
Yeah, no, it's a real question.
Yeah.
But it's, as an insurance agent, it's our fiduciary duty to lead you the right way.
Exactly.
So I'm going to answer the question correctly.
I'm not saying I want to, okay? But I'm just asking it, comically. Okay, y'all, relax.
Yeah, right. No, for real. But that's it's a great question because, but I would say to that question, just ask them, and yes, you can do it.
You can.
Get his consent.
Yeah. But it's consent. Yeah, you got to sign off on it.
Yeah, get a consent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So they would have to sign off on it.
Yeah, but why wouldn't he? Because I'm just changing my thought process. I got an ex-wife, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in insurance, yes, but it's been a lot of death around me in the past week.
Yeah.
Friends that I know passed away.
Right.
Yeah. So. Our cousin for the most part.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that to say, to drive it home, I just told
Yeah.
myself. Right?
I do that too.
if somebody is willing to pay for it,
A policy.
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying, why not be able to extract this money and use it, for the family and, different
Yeah.
pieces of life, for the next chapter? Because once that person is gone,
Yeah.
why not allow somebody else to benefit from it later?
For sure.
As long as they're not a hitman, not as long as they're not a hitman and go take your ass out, I guess.
But, right. But I think where I was at, and you brought me back. Thank you for
Yep.
that.
Oh, no.
But it was my trying to secure my ex-wife in case something happens to me abruptly.
Right. Right.
I tap back in with her, and I'm like, she got my 13-year-old daughter. I'm like,
Mhm.
I said, Tiff, whatever, why not get something on me? I'll allow you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because if something happens to me, she's going into high school. Although I got one for her,
Mm-hmm.
you can have one for her, and then give it to her when she get older.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
That makes perfect
And
sense.
she was with it.
And that's how people should be co-parenting.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
should be thinking with these things. Now, can you be too old to get a policy? If I'm 68, can I get a life insurance policy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's easy. But
Yeah.
I in my 2 years of doing this, because this is my second, going into my third year, I ran into someone 86.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
There was no way I could insure them. Most companies stop at like 85.
So 85.
Oh,
Or they'll take that risk.
Gotcha.
But I'm still searching.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
to say no, could someone 90 get insurance?
Yeah.
No, they should have it by the end. But yeah, I've seen that 85 been like the stopping point.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So is there a certain age limit to getting a certain amount? So let's say I'm 65 and I want to get insured for 100,000. Would anybody insure someone at that age for that amount?
So at that 65 age, well, really, most companies is 45. It's called
Okay.
final expense. Y'all
Gotcha.
probably hear that a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
Most companies not willing to take that risk past 45.
So 45
So
is when you can get the maximum.
Sometimes they'll give you
Okay.
a max amount.
Yes.
Okay.
So at 65, you can probably still get. I got a company that'll give you a 10-year term
Mm-hmm.
that'll
Right.
carry you till you 75. But once
Right.
again, remember I said it's a 10-year term.
Right.
So you 65, it'll cover you for 100,000 till you 75.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But with this continuation policy that I'm talking about, after 75, they're going to give you 10% of that.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
So that
So it drops
10% it dropped down
Ooh, you
tremendously.
gonna live too
Yeah.
long.
To 10,000, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then at
So
that
burials,
point,
burials,
there you go.
expenses at that point. Yeah. So
That's all
At least-
final expense is.
yeah, at least you'll be able to pay for the funeral. Because I don't know what's going on with these funeral homes. It's costs a lot to fucking die. God damn, like
Yeah.
why does it cost so much to leave this earth? Like they tax you your whole life, and
Yeah.
then they got to hit you that one final time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous.
It is.
I heard a commercial today on the radio while I was working, and it was like, if you still paying for funeral expenses from when COVID, I'm like, damn, like how you got to finance a goddamn funeral?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if you
Man.
don't have life insurance. Okay, you're gonna be financing your shit.
Oh man,
Or
somebody.
GoFundMe.
Yeah.
You know, we
or
go
GoFundMe. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Which
And we
we
gotta
don't
stop
wanna do
using
that.
GoFundMe for these funerals when we're
Yeah.
talking about $17 a month.
right. This is
So
at this point it's getting ridiculous, especially if you live a risky lifestyle. I mean, you come on now, you gotta just go ahead and get something on you, allow somebody to get something, on
Right.
you,
Right.
for sure.
That's true.
I saw a meme one time that said a casket costs $4,000. You can bury me loose.
God,
But
That's
it's good when you
insane.
when you understand death or understand the
Yeah.
the thought of dying. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like you said earlier. It's something that
It's
We
so
are-
taboo in Black
Exactly.
culture. It's like people
It
will
is.
literally say like that's a jinx.
oh yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
get
oh
some
yeah,
life insurance.
oh yeah.
that's true.
That's a jinx.
That's true.
That's the stigma. See, I believe that we were taught that in our culture a long time ago, just for we as a culture don't get it, so we don't be able to get that develop that wealth that can possibly come from, that investment. Is an investment. You got to invest in yourself. You know what I mean? Invest in your family. And, I believe Master P said he was able to start his record label back in the day because his grandfather left him with $10,000 life insurance policy.
Absolutely. I read that.
Right.
Yeah. So
have the policies to pay off the house. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So your family can keep the house.
yeah, something.
Because people always losing the damn house. You know,
Oh yeah.
keep the house in the family. Because I know so many people who, they became adults, got married, and they got to go live in grandma's house for some years
Right,
and get
right.
themselves together because it was paid off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have to start leaving things behind for our children to build from and giving them better starts in life so that they don't start off in the struggle.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Because you can keep that. You can
Yeah.
keep that. You'll keep that struggle mentality.
As a culture, I think that we have to start thinking past ourselves. We think for ourselves, I got to do this for me. No, we got to start thinking for people down the line. You know what I'm saying? Even like guys like Kyrie and Kanye, it's like they are trying to set a foundation,
Right.
so the people that come next can be able to benefit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like even the situation with Kanye, he's saying that he want the newer artists, the people to look like us from our community to be able to come in and get fair deals.
Right.
Nobody else that's up on a certain level is trying to do that for anybody else.
Right.
So he should have maximal support, especially from the younger artists who got into the music business, who are stuck in these 360 deals or whatever messed up deals that's been hindering our talented community forever, from New Edition to TLC. You know what I mean? So we got to start thinking it's bigger than us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it's hard for people to do that when they won't be here to benefit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the mindset can sometimes get stuck.
But will they be here?
Who?
I mean, we are only just our children is just a part of our DNA. So
Right.
our DNA keeps going.
Yeah,
and
it keeps
going
going.
and going.
It keeps going,
So our children, our grandchildren, are it's just a different version of us. It's just an upgraded version.
For sure.
Or another version rather, because sometimes it could be a downgrade if they ain't got their mind right.
Right. But they say nothing ever really dies.
Right. Energy can't die or be destroyed. Yeah.
Jinx. All right. So what's the maximum amount a person can be insured for? So let's just say me. What's the maximum amount I can get insured for? That you know of.
Off bail, I tell people, I would go to the thought. It's really honestly is what can you afford?
Yeah.
That's really what it comes to.
Wow.
Like I can go as far as 65,000. Like in regards to like the Mutual Omaha, I can tap in and get you a quote on a $65 million policy.
Oh wow.
But it's gonna, anything
Right.
over 300,000
Yeah.
with this particular company, they're gonna want to do a medical check.
Exactly.
And believe me,
that was my next
if you
question.
get 65 million on yourself,
Oh yeah.
okay,
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna have to be a bill of health. They're gonna
Exactly.
look down because that's a big risk to companies.
Exactly.
I don't care
Oh, yeah.
how
Yeah.
Yeah,
powerful
I'm like,
they are.
send him to the dentist now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, check his hair.
Podiatrist.
Right,
Podiatrist
yeah.
now. Okay.
They're gonna look so far into
Yeah.
your past. Oh no, it was cancer back in 1852 that
Damn.
we found.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
And, we gonna deny that. Jack.
Right.
We go,
Damn.
get a long email.
Okay.
We went on ancestry.com.
Right.
So after 300,000, you have to get a medical.
With a lot of
workup.
carriers that I have.
Okay.
Yes, right now, that's the threshold. So, like, for somebody within a certain, as long as you're not past, just depends. Because if you can afford it at 50,
Okay.
they'll give you 300,000.
Right.
Gotcha.
But
But
anyway,
they're gonna tax you.
Yeah, but when I look at it, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a car insurance payment.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
In Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, is it basically a hack if you have 3 or 4 different credit unions that offer different insurance for like 300,000 in each credit union. So if you pay 30 here, 30 here, 30 here, can you just build your policies up like that?
You probably could.
It's not. I can't even tell you no. And it's a great thought.
Right.
You know who else sells a lot of it too? It's just like these groups.
Right.
AAA offers you.
Oh yeah, AAA.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
AAA offers it.
Yeah.
You know, they offer it to their members. Like even if you don't have their auto club.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got you.
You know.
Yeah.
And I got a couple buddies that work for them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, you can stack it.
Oh yeah. You gotta
know?
stack that
I
money
mean,
up.
it is a question that's asked, like, do they have another carrier? And you know, you ask it. Yes, they do.
Right.
Is this going to be converted, or is this going to make them cancel? And you just answer it. You know, the right. You know,
Right.
as it's understood.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm going to still keep that policy.
Right.
And there you go. So now you got 600,000.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, does suicide void a policy?
That's an exclusion off bail.
Oh yeah.
I don't mean to just talk like that.
Look,
but
I'm
yeah,
like, excuse me?
Oh yeah. That's-
You can try to get around it. You know, people try to get around it
Yeah.
in cases, you know. They
Right.
try to make it seem like it wasn't that so they can get, but it's an automatic exclusion.
Got you.
right.
I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if when people have life insurance, does it prevent them sometimes from going through with killing themselves? Because it's like, I mean, I guess if your mind is so hell bent on, you know, having this ideation of wanting to die, you don't care what you lose.
Yeah.
But I wonder if anybody's ever researched it. Like people who have life insurance policies, do they kill themselves as much as people that don't?
Well, I think people who commit suicide are extremely selfish in a sense. So it's
Okay.
like, if they
Right. They
like,
don't.
if they gonna
yeah.
do it anyway. They don't
I
give a
gotcha.
fuck if they leave anything behind, because
Yeah.
if they care, if it's anybody that was worth leaving something to, they wouldn't even do it in the first place, because they gonna leave in the emotional stress on that person. You know what I mean? Causing the anxiety and the different things that them people got to deal with mentally based off another person's suicide. So I've never been one of those type of guys who were one of the type of people who ever glamorize suicide.
No.
Because, you know, people get on there and, you know, oh, this is so sad, this and that. But I just feel like
So
it's
you're
such
saying you don't empathize.
I don't
with
empathize
it.
with it,
Yeah.
because I mean it's such a selfish fucking act. You know what I mean? You don't. I can't give you I can't give you a lot of empathy behind that. Now I understand that people have different problems in life, different mental things going on, and they feel that might be the best right. But I always feel like if something's not going right in your life, or you feeling depressed, it's usually caused by some type of attachment or something that you're attached to. Try changing. It seems like nobody wants to change.
Yeah, it's hard for people to change.
People would rather die than change.
Ooh,
People
that's
would rather
deep.
they would rather die
That you ain't lying.
than to
They'd
break
rather die
up
than change.
out a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would
That
rather
crazy ass phone call. I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh yeah. Oh, all the time.
Nigga, okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Block.
I have people always
Lord.
say that to me all the time, like, oh, I'm about to kill myself. Listen, don't call me with that shit.
Call my brother first, real
Yeah.
quick. Let him write this policy. No, I'm just joking.
Oh yeah.
Call JP. No.
Yeah, but don't call me with it, man. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to deal with no more negative energy, you know what I'm saying? Because people have to deal with that shit if you decide to do something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's bigger than you.
Yeah. They just thinking about leaving all that shit behind.
Yeah,
So
leave-
life be lifing for some people, you know.
Mental illness,
so
man.
it's definitely mental illness.
To that conversation is like that's one of the things that's why I cater to our community, because it's just mental illness is on a rise, like, because
Right.
times are getting very hard to deal with, and some people are.
Is mental illness on the rise, or is mental illness awareness on the rise? Because
That's a good question.
because the DSM keep getting thicker.
Yeah.
So when the DSM was first brought about, it was a little pamphlet of a few mental disorders.
Right.
Now it's the goddamn dictionary.
Right.
So is it mental illness, or is it the awareness, or is it that people keep selling you this idea? because
That you have it, right.
yes,
Right.
because
Gotcha,
I call it the sickness of being sick.
Right.
So it's like I remember I went to the doctor and I
Okay.
was getting like a regular physical, and my doctor said, "You feel okay?" And I'm like,
Right.
"Yeah." He's like, "You're not tired?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
"Are you sure?" I'm like, "I'm sure. I'm fine. You know, I think I'm fine." I'm like, "Why?"
Right.
He's like, "Your hemoglobin, my iron, it was so low." He like, "You're severely anemic. I can't believe that you don't feel exhausted all the time."
Right.
And I'm like, "No, I don't." And so then he prescribed.
Yeah.
He
He want to sell.
prescribed-
He want to sell
He
drugs.
prescribed,
Right.
some iron, which you
Uh-huh.
can get over the counter. So
Right.
it was like, but I swear, after he said that to me, what happened?
You started thinking about
Tired
it. Yeah.
all the time.
So it's a
Yeah.
So
mental
it's like,
thing.
it's kind of
Yeah.
like, I don't like people to tell me certain things almost, because now,
Yeah,
you ever
start
seen the
thinking
movie
about it.
Inception?
Yeah. It's
With
been a while.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
So it's this movie where, so the idea of the movie, this is like a red pill conversation right
Okay.
now. Get a little
Okay.
crazy, but and the idea of the movie is that they jump in your dreams, basically. So they found this way to kind of put you to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and they hijack your dreams, and they very cunningly,
Right.
go through your dreams and put an idea in your head through your dreams.
Okay.
It's called Inception.
Yeah.
And so basically the idea gets put in your head, and it grows and it grows and grows, and they're able to manipulate you in the real world based on this idea they put in your head in your dream.
Okay.
It's a real movie.
This is a real movie. It's called Inception.
It
It's
just came out.
nah, it's a few years old. It's
yeah.
cold.
Tripping.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta go watch.
watch it. Inception. It's
Yeah.
cold. So to me, when you watch movies, when I watch movies, I'm always looking for the deeper message, because I know what they do when they make movies. They take concepts, simple concepts from real life,
Right.
and they develop these grand ideas to show us shit that's really happening. So just think of if you watch TV. So with me, I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of apps. So I don't see a lot of commercials.
Okay.
But when I go somewhere and see commercials,
Yeah.
commercials are so powerful.
Subconscious programming.
Advertising is so powerful on Facebook.
Yeah.
I buy so much shit just from advertisement that just come flashing down. You know what I mean? So
What you got here is powerful. This is advertising. You know what I mean?
yes.
What you guys got here.
Yes.
Right. So you're right. Go ahead.
So
I'm sorry.
so like if you watch television, the amount of commercials you'll see about sickness.
Yeah.
Do you wake up in the morning and go to sleep at night? Well,
Right,
that's Chris Rock.
Right.
You need this pill.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how
true.
crazy it's getting. So I do believe that mental illness is real, but I do also believe in protecting your mind too, because there is sickness in the being sick. And people I know who went through life regular, and then they went to a doctor and they were diagnosed with depression or anxiety,
Right.
they tell you all the time, "Well, I got this anxiety and depression. Well, I got this anxiety." And you know what I'm saying? It's like,
It's
you weren't like
I see what
this
you're
before
saying.
they told you.
it becomes a repetitive thing.
Planted the idea.
Put the idea
And it
in your
grew.
mind.
And they grew.
And
I
it
got you.
grows.
That's a
So,
great way of looking
yeah.
at it.
That's how the biggest scam. Another big scam that I believe is the thing with the whole COVID Rona thing, right? I believe that people were, of course, they were having symptoms and people did pass and all that, but I believe a lot of that stress came because of the promotion of that virus. You know what I'm saying? Because people were afraid, and once, like you said, once it gets in your mind, and this is why you hear it on every radio station, every TV station.
Yeah.
And they, in order for that to even play on TV, on radio, somebody has to promote it.
Right.
And they're not spending money to promote this unless they're making their money back.
Right.
So that's when you sneeze a little bit during that time, and it was like, whoa. And people looked at you in the grocery store if you had your little allergies went off, and they just like, what?
And you got to explain, like, I just got allergies. I
Yeah.
declared it, but
Yeah.
it ain't kicked in yet,
Right.
because
Yeah.
you done sneezed.
They breaking down your mental mind with all
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's definitely another thing with the test. The test of anything, even from with cancer, I believe. Somebody has to catch it. Or these places are gonna go out of business. So nobody's never going. A test is never 100% going to be one way. So it's not going to be like 100% people didn't catch any illness, or it's all made up.
Right.
And once they tell you you got something, now you're mentally broken down. And then once they start to give you the drugs, you know what I mean? The drugs is what actually make you sicker, plus your mind.
Right, because the drugs don't cure.
Drugs don't
so
cure.
Your high
They
blood
suppress.
pressure medication doesn't cure your high blood pressure.
It suppresses.
It suppresses. But while it's controlling your blood pressure, it's killing your kidneys.
Right.
So now you got to take this medication for your kidneys.
Right.
And now that this is killing your kidneys and you're taking this kidney medication, now you need some type of, diabetic drug. Because,
Side effects.
it's just like and I work in healthcare, so I have seen people come on 3 pills, come back a year later on 12.
Right.
It literally works like that.
Definitely.
And stress will kill you quicker than anything. Like I tell people all the time, when I feel bad, I just lay the fuck down. I just unplug from the whole world, stay in my room, watch TV that makes me feel good,
and sleep.
And then get over it. Because if you wallow in the stress, if you just keep going.
Yeah. If you ever notice, like animals.
Fuck around and find out.
Oh, yeah, fuck around and find out. Just like animals, if you ever notice when an animal is sick, it stops eating. And, it goes in a corner and it just lays there and sits and it gets its rest. Because the body is always fixing itself. And the reason why I don't eat and it sits in the corner, because the energy that it used to break down food, it needs to take that to get rid of whatever sickness. So whenever you have a fever or your nose is running, this is your body. This is just your body working to remove whatever foreign substance is inside of the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you definitely want to get the rest. Now, if you keep fighting, like you said, when you're stressed and you keep being on edge, your body has to take that energy, in account. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're right about that. So you should definitely get your rest instead of stressing.
Get your rest and get away from everybody because they're gonna bring more stress to you.
Yeah.
Now,
That's true.
how do you borrow from a life insurance policy? Because I hear people say that. How does that work?
Once again, we'll go back to most whole life policy has that component. So just a regular children's whole life. It may take a 10, 15. That's why a lot of people
10,
get
15
years.
Okay.
Yeah, to build up
Okay.
a decent amount of cash value
Got you.
sometimes in a regular whole life. But as I was talking about earlier, in index whole life, the cash value is built a little quicker.
Got you.
So can you take, okay, if you have a certain life insurance policy, can you take your own personal money and put it into the policy and let it just sit inside the policy, then pull money out like at a faster rate? Or
that's I'm gonna go back to it again. That's exactly why these companies are switching the index for that very reason, because you can't do it. You're gonna hear a lot of stuff. You probably hear it now. You're on social media, the Human Bank, Infinity Bank.
Okay,
these are little things that people be like tapping into, and it's intriguing our people. Like, how do you do that?
Right.
It's exactly what you were saying, Juan. It's you can overfund an index universal whole life policy.
Okay,
you know what I mean? There's a lot of when you get into the insurance industry, there's a lot of things you have to take. It's called anti-money laundering.
Okay,
People launder billions of dollars through that, and we got to make sure we understand when somebody's trying to do that. So in that case, to do it correctly, simplify things, index universal whole life. I can show you different illustrations on how your money can grow.
Okay,
right? You know what I mean? Like I sold you one. So if you looking at policy, it's an illustration. We probably didn't go over it because you were just being super responsible and you wanted some extra life insurance.
Right.
But even though you my sister, I knew what to put you in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set you up for success because you're my little sister. So you don't even know that you got one. You already got it. You know what I mean? But to your question, Juan. Index universal whole life. You can play with the money. It's kind of fixed. Okay. There's no real scary risk like a veritable. So yeah, index universal. Like I said, we can set it up where you can say, okay, they might give you a rate of $100 a month for 300,000, right?
Okay.
I can tell the insurance company he's going to pay 200,000 a month. So now that extra 100,000, right, is gaining the interest.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Far better than the bank, right?
We just got to put it in a sense of so it won't mech. Where mech, just to make it simple, is like the face amount. Well, the cash value surpassing the face amount.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
That's a mech. Then you're gonna be like, well, I got 100,000 in my policy, and
Right.
So we do it to that point, but we that's when we go a little bit in depth. I call Mutual Omaha or Fidelity or the different carriers that I use, and then we structure it the way you want to do it.
Okay. So is it a certain amount or a certain limits or times of what you could pull out at certain times? Does that make sense?
And it's tax free. It's really not. It's at the end of the day, it's your money.
Right. Mm-hmm. So in a nutshell, if I get correct understanding for the people, if just say you had $100,000 policy, and then you put in another $60,000 on top of that,
on top of your monthly premium,
on top of your monthly premium, what would you be able to pull out?
That would be something that I had to show you in it. It's a calculation, and I don't have it right off the rip, but I would show you the illustration, and you can pull it all out immediately, like 3 years down the line. It's growing interest faster because you're putting that extra money in it.
Right.
It's going to already grow. Like I want to say some carriers like 7%.
Okay.
I done seen some as high as 10%.
Wow.
It's more than a bank.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. It's more than putting it in a.
Yeah.
That's why people are going towards this policy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's giving you a better play than a bank.
Right.
Absolutely.
What's a savings account about? What, 1% a year?
1%.
1% a year, right?
Yeah.
So
If that.
if I'm giving you 2%, you win, and then you funding a life insurance policy,
Right.
So it's a win-win. But most cases, you're somewhere around that 7-8%.
Right.
It just depends on the one we tap into.
Oh, okay. That's dope right there.
So this is definitely showing how you can actually use, your life insurance to build wealth. And I just want to put out there to the people, if you do not have life insurance, get you a policy. It's not expensive. You are going to take a humongous burden off your loved ones, even though, you're not here for the burden, but would you really want to leave your loved ones doing GoFundMe on your behalf? Like, no, you don't want to do that.
Right.
Get you some life insurance. Like, it's time, people. They say if you knew better, you do better. We know better now. We know that we need to have this. We also know that there were times, someone told me this, and it's probably Googleable. I didn't Google. So if you look it up and it's not true, but hell, we live in America. We know this shit could very well be true, is that Black people couldn't even get these type of policies for years.
Right.
Like, we could just get burial policies. So us being able to get policies where we can leave our families, well off, and we need to be doing that.
Yeah, I think that's what we gotta see. That stigma. I think that because we were only allowed to get those back in the day, I think that just is what's carrying over to the generation now. Our generation, then the next generation.
Right.
That's where that term, generational curse come from.
Yeah.
Because we're not changing, we're not evolving fast enough.
Yeah.
We got to be able to evolve to what's next, and you can't be afraid. No. It's almost like when I've been talking about all day about them damn Democrats. Like, stop voting for them goddamn Democrats. You know what I mean? People been voting for, our people been voting for our parents 60, 70 years old. They've been voting for them for 60, 70 years. We've been voting for them for the last 30 years. And we still in the same predicament. It's still about, trying to barely survive. We still sick. We still mentally poor. Like, try something else.
Yeah.
These other different groups like the LBGT and, these different groups, they got stuff going on with these Democrats where they're benefiting from. They're making deals. Ice Cube tried to set up a meeting with the Republicans last time, and we just shut them out.
Yeah.
We always just automatically shutting out our people.
It's that emotional response.
Yeah, but
Even feeling like it's a jinx to get life insurance, that's an emotional response. Like you're not using logic.
Definitely.
In making that decision. There's a song I love. It's by Kimberly. Was it Kimberly Jones? And this group, The Locks. It says money, power, and respect.
I was going to say, is that Lil' Kim?
Money, power, and respect is the key to life.
I'm like, damn, I know her.
I know you just threw me way off. I'm like,
Kimberly.
Kimberly.
I'm like, that's remind me of a little shorty I used to know back in the day.
Lil' Kim said that, okay? I think with our community, we have stopped at the money.
Right.
Because we have learned we can make money. Like, it ain't really nothing to make money. You can have excess of money.
Yeah.
But we have stopped at the money.
Yeah.
Now we got to get the power.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? You got the money. Now it's time to move. So my people, my beautiful people that I love to life, right? We can get the money. We have proven that we can get the money.
Oh, yeah.
Now we got to get the money and take the money and get the power. Yeah. Once we get the power, we use the power to get what?
Motherfuckers go respect you.
Exactly.
Yeah, no doubt.
Knowledge is power, though. Like, you know, that's a great, you know, so that's why this podcast is great. And I'm so glad that I was, invited to be able to speak to my people on this platform. I appreciate y'all both, Juan and Kathy.
No doubt.
It's great. I hope we reach, the masses.
Yeah.
I think and they understand it.
I think that a lot of people are starting to wake up. Yeah. Because even with this Kyrie situation, I'm starting to see. It seemed like people starting to backtrack a little bit, like Shannon Sharp, you know what I'm saying? He was, going so hard on him the other day. And then today he was like, well, they're trying to take the man's dignity, this and that. Don't backtrack now, motherfucker.
We gotta see I don't mean to do this to you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is we gotta allow people to change their mind. We got to allow people to change their mind because people need to change their mind. So if we ostracize people, if we tell people, nah, fuck that, when they change their mind, then they going to be stuck. Yes, change your mind. And if you got a platform, really change it because you're showing everybody. Is he changing his mind,
though?
Or is his mind being changed?
Or is his mind being changed for him, or he just going on with the agenda? Because then I read something else.
What would be the agenda, though, in him changing his mind?
No, what I'm saying is then I read Adam Silver and Kyrie Irving had a real positive meeting today. You know what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden, since I believe that they're catching a lot of flack because they're catching a lot of backlash because they used to canceling out the black folks all the time and everybody just jump on the bandwagon. But Kanye has a lot of support behind the scenes that's not being shown.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, people been calling out Shannon Sharp, you know what I mean? And Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal, you know what I'm saying? These some, these some big ass Negroes, right? Y'all sitting here acting like some motherfucking bitches. And y'all big as fuck. Why y'all this huge? Y'all supposed to be representing us in a way where we showing strength. Right. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck is y'all acting like hoes all the time? I mean, I understand that y'all are getting these contracts and business deals. I get that. It's great. Everybody wants to make money. That's great. We don't want you not to make money. But if you ain't got nothing positive to say about a young brother that's standing, he didn't even say nothing. Right. Y'all know he ain't say nothing.
Exactly.
Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
LeBron, I watch this man and I love him as playing basketball. I like how he played basketball.
Right.
But I don't even want to watch no weak ass motherfuckers play ball no more. Like this shit just don't even comment, man. What is you commenting for?
Right.
So then when you got these other fake ass movements going on, you want to act pro black. You know what I'm saying? When the BLM that was funded by what's his name? George Soros or whoever he is. When the BLM was funded and paying the NBA to advertise and it had all this shit on the jerseys and all that, everybody want to be pro-black. But then soon as now this new agenda is going on, I don't condone this, any type of hate. The man didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
He shared something that was on a public platform.
Exactly.
That's it.
You know what is dope to see is like the power of like Black Twitter. in the power of social media, because the response has not been overwhelmingly on one side. You know what I'm saying? And we're starting at first when it was Ye.
Right.
He was getting hit real bad. Ye was real bad. But now that it's Kyrie and Ye, I'm starting to see people come around. I'm starting to see people kind of understand what's going on and why you don't make this okay, not never. You know what I'm saying? You don't make it okay for people to pile on to one person all this hatred when they haven't done anything wrong, when these people are literally lying.
Right.
You're talking about being anti-Semitic because you have an opinion. Yeah. Because you feel a way about contracts that aren't fair, because you put this out for public consumption.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you put this label on a person and try to drive them in the mud.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm looking at it like this, though, just from, I play ball and stuff like that. Maybe they just diverting the attention from how bad the New Jersey Nets are and the Lakers. I'm just talking.
They do suck.
You get what I'm saying?
They're playing pretty shitty. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that.
I'm talking about number 11 and number 13. Like the Lakers number 13.
Right.
I just looked at the standings. I'm like, maybe they're diverting the concern of it might be over.
Yeah.
For these older
this is the
guys.
thing about LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't have I've never been a fan.
Okay.
I don't dislike him, but I've never been a fan. I was
always
a Kobe fan.
My whole life. Yeah.
I was always a Kobe fan.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. So I recognize, I'm not a hater. I recognize his greatness. I recognize his ability.
Right.
You can't take that from him.
You can't take it.
But he has chosen to be outspoken, right? Things happen and he kind of always wants to kind of be the one at the forefront and have something to say and, tweet and make posts. And so you remember when BK was here, he said, when they need you, they need you.
Yeah.
So when they needed him to be outspoken on their behalf, now we see the real.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we see who pulls the puppet strings, and that it really isn't that at all.
Right.
And I don't like that. A person like Steph, you see how Steph kind of flies under the radar?
Right.
He's not outspoken.
Yeah.
He's not out here, trying to act like he's anything.
Yeah,
he's a husband and a father and an amazing basketball player. And he stay out the way.
Just mind your business.
If you can't be 100% of what you claim to be, then just don't do it.
Yeah.
Just chill out. You know what I'm saying? So don't come up here trying to act like you Muhammad Ali. And then when the shit gets real, you cower.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that. And like a point you made earlier about how Black Twitter has been reacting. See, it's becoming the thing between the haves and have-nots, right? Mm-hmm. Now, it's like we battling against this system, but one of the big problems is we need to start a fucking civil war with the people who's supposed to be technically the black elites.
Right.
Because every time it's a situation, don't nobody got nothing to motherfucking say.
Right.
Now, how the hell Kyrie Irving, as great as he has been as a basketball player, I mean, he had the incident with the shot. The man didn't want to take the goddamn shot. They keep saying, "Wow, he always a problem." No, he's trying to play basketball, but every time he's trying to play, y'all keep coming up with some bullshit, so he can't fucking play.
Right.
And even with the shot situation, we see in New York that all the people had to get paid.
Yep.
They had to get fucking paid. Back pay.
Yep.
So he was right.
And got their jobs back. Yeah, so all those people that got fired in New York that didn't want to take the jab, they were given their jobs back and back pay for all the time that they've been off because they've found that.
Because
he was right.
Because it was unconstitutional.
That's what I'm saying.
He stood up as a man. He took the hit, but he was right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got a guy like Shaq calling him an idiot. Charles Barkley. What the fuck happened to you? I thought you was a tough guy. It's like my whole fucking upbringing has just been a race because.
But hasn't Charles Barkley always been kind of like a tap dancer?
Well, I mean, as an older man, it seemed like
I thought he was. younger too. I
Well,
just
maybe
didn't like him.
maybe he was.
I
you
didn't
know,
like him. I didn't like him.
Maybe he was, but he
Was
always
never
was
a
like
fan.
aggressive and like
Yeah.
slapping people around on the court and all that type of shit. So that's what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seemed like my whole upbringing has been a fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? Because all these people that you looked up to, admire, like their talent, their music, X, Y, and Z. They just all fucking sold out. We need to have a fucking civil war. We need to get these motherfuckers up out of there
Right.
and out of these positions. Stop supporting these motherfuckers if they don't have to agree with everything, but goddamn, can you have an opposite opinion other than what's the popular opinion?
Right.
What's trending?
Right.
We
They
need-
say never meet your heroes.
Look, we need
Right.
more Kanye's.
Yeah.
A
Definitely.
person that's not scared to, money is the root of all evil. We all know that, right?
Okay.
So it's just like, despite billions of dollars they say he lost in that day,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He stood on something.
Yeah.
Right.
And as a man, I respect it.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
Definitely.
give a
Definitely.
damn about this money.
Right.
I'm gonna push my narrative. I'm not gonna push your narrative. And
Exactly.
I think with the Charles Barkley's of the day and that is like, oh, with that damn check, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna worry about it because so
Yeah.
some people they don't be ready to risk that security that they have.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? And lose that might not be in a situation.
Right.
Gambling habits.
Right.
We heard
Right.
about that.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, I ain't about to fuck up my money for this.
Right.
But Kanye, that's why I say we need more Kanyes, because Kanye fuck them $240 billion. You know what I mean?
He's gonna be the glitch in the matrix.
Yeah.
I respect him, man.
Yeah.
I think the
respect
term is
wholeheartedly.
for the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right.
The love of money. I've seen Charles Barkley on that goddamn interview. Even Kareem. Now what the fuck, Kareem? Would you go sit your old ass down somewhere? And I don't even like to call people old and disrespect them. Go sit down some motherfucker where, man, you came up in a time where black people had it hard as a motherfucker.
Right.
Now you just sitting here, you want to have all this goddamn acceptance from these people. Why are you even speaking on Kyrie, man? Go ahead, sit somewhere talking about, he'll never get it, man. Shut the fuck up, Kareem.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Another fucking legend.
Fuck up, Kareem.
Shut the fuck up, man. We tired of that. We don't want to hear that no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Ye
saying?
say, don't stare at money too long. It's Medusa.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. We stuck on the money part because
Stuck
once
on the
you
money.
get that money and you see all the things money can buy, you got a badass house. You got a badass biatch.
Yeah, right.
You got a badass car. You got a badass list of bills.
So you gotta,
Those are all
that
things
trick
that
money.
You know what I'm
control
saying?
you.
All these things control you, so you got to
Control the
keep
shit
getting
out
that
of you.
money. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So we got to stop being so obsessed with things.
Yeah.
We are very materialistic
I
as a
get it.
culture.
I get
And
it.
that's what keeps us from moving forward from the money to the power.
Yeah.
Our material desires.
Well, how much goddamn money do you gotta make? I know the more money you make, the more expensive.
The more bills
habits
you have.
the more bills you
If you
got.
make $40 million, you got $40 million a person bills.
But how much money does it cost?
If you're not smart, if you're me and you
Right.
have $40 million, you got like $400,000 person
Well,
bills.
look, to that
I'm
point,
so
not to kind of like
frugal.
put it back to,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not to cut y'all off, or not to put it back on the light of life insurance.
No,
but
put it
this
back.
is a crazy thought process because I got a friend of mine. She's a hairdresser, Donisha Hill, really good hairdresser. And
Shout out to Don.
she, when you was talking about being obsessed with things and stuff,
Yeah.
just think, I got 5 cars,
Mm-hmm.
right? We'll pay $500. What they charge you for car insurance,
Oh yeah, right.
right?
Oh yeah.
But we won't even put $12 on our life
Oh.
to protect our loved ones.
Yeah.
She brought that thought process to me, and this was my first weekend again. She was like one of my first customers, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like, she drove that point home. We were eating and breakfast, and I was writing her policy up, and she was like, and I thought about it like, thank you, Don. I'm in the right industry.
Right. I mean,
I wish everybody thought like that.
Yeah.
you have insurance on your cell phone and don't have insurance on your
yeah.
life. Yeah.
On
And they
your
charge
life.
you $7.99 for that. It went up to $14.99.
Right.
That's a great thought.
Right.
Wait a minute. Drive that home. You
$14.99.
got insurance on the iPhone.
On an iPhone.
Yeah.
And don't have insurance on you.
yourself.
And you got kids.
Yeah. And the iPhone is the same.
No,
same
that's
iPhone.
real.
Yeah, that's real.
That's
It's real.
That's
I'm not
real.
gonna call it sad because I don't want to make nobody feel a certain way, about it. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It's that
too,
reality
though.
check.
Check.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
Stop playing. Get you some life insurance.
Write it up real
Get it
quick.
from JP.
It's like that jab y'all was talking about earlier. That's
Yeah.
why I tell them get a permanent policy.
Yeah.
Get that jab. Get it permanent. Let's get it out the way. One time, one phone call. Send you the email. You can sign everything remotely. We don't even got to
Right.
meet up. Boom, you done. It's over with.
Right.
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 Permanent
You
policy.
good.
Just go ahead and put it. Do your direct
Direct deposit.
Yeah.
There you go. It's over with.
Let it come out your account like how you lay your phone bill or
Exactly.
your
That's
cable
right. You don't
bill.
even miss it. You don't
Do it
even
once.
miss it.
And then they tax you.
once.
Yeah.
All they tax you all those extra fees and shit you don't even know what you're paying. That's your policy right there.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
You paying an extra $27. You don't even know what the fuck it's going to.
So this is like a hypothetical question I
you
had. Like, it's about life insurance.
Mhm.
So let's just say a person like me, right?
Mhm.
I get married. Would the wise thing be to do, right, with your husband is to go and get some insurance policies together separately? It wouldn't. Would you think it would be wise to just add them to your policy that you've already had and paid?
It's a good question.
Like, what would you advise in this
Advise
situation?
in this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a funny question. Then I'm gonna give you a funny answer. I'm gonna give you
Okay.
funny answer is like I'm trying to get a contract with the people that marry him, so I could just be right there after that. Like as soon as you jump the broom,
Right.
sign right here. Here you go, your life insurance
Right,
policy.
right.
Right here.
But yeah, but
Protect your investment.
In a real world, in a serious answer, after the honeymoon,
Mm-hmm.
hey, let's go do that. Let's go
Yeah.
holler at JP.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, you don't gotta holler at me. Holler at your mans. I don't. I'm not into that. It's not that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm just here. But I'm saying, go holler at someone that does life insurance.
Yeah.
Go give them a play.
Yeah.
Y'all go holler at JP.
Yeah.
He being modest, son. I know. Fuck that. Go holler at JP.
There you go.
He writing up deals right now. Say, I'm gonna be the voice for him. I'm gonna talk to him. This is the commercial right here. You know what I'm saying? Once you get married,
Appreciate
once you
that.
jump that broom, you know what I'm
Appreciate
saying? Before that honeymoon, holler at JP.
Go get that life insurance policy
For
on
sure.
your boo thing.
For sure.
Protect your investment.
Protect your investment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I appreciate
So
that.
don't add them to the existing policy. Go get a
Yeah.
separate one. You
Yeah.
can do that. I can
Yeah,
have
you
one
can.
that I have, and it's just my daughter's, and then
It's
I can
real-
say we go get one.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really not a way of like all it is just grabbing an additional policy.
Yeah.
Yeah. When people think of adding, it's like you can change the beneficiary.
Right.
on the
That's what I
policy that
mean.
you got.
Okay.
Could I
Right.
add him as a beneficiary?
Exactly.
But I would
Yeah.
think don't do that.
But
Just
he
go. Let's us get policies
Right.
that we share the
him
cost
ownership.
of. Yeah,
Give him ownership.
Exactly.
Say, here,
like you own mine,
You
I own yours.
my policy.
Yeah,
I own yours.
exactly.
Right.
Because you can. That's just a conservation
Mm-hmm.
for an insurance agent. You call me, Kathy. You got married. Oh, okay. You want me to change the beneficiary.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to change the banking info. That's conservation.
Right.
Right? Give him ownership.
Mm-hmm.
You guys made this one commitment.
But I'm saying a separate
Yeah.
one though, not the one I have already.
Right, yeah. Just give him ownership. Get a separate one.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Absolutely.
There'll be gifts.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be gifts we're gonna give
So
to each other.
wedding gifts.
Gift each other, yeah.
Yeah. I remember back in the day when I was working, I had got a life insurance policy probably around 03, and I put my kids on there, and through the job I paid it up. I stopped working in 2015, so right now it's still active. I used to be able to withdraw some cash value out of there, but it's still active. It's like active to like maybe like 2027 or 28, because I actually haven't been like paying into it in like the last 3 years, but it's still active based on the amount of time that I had it.
It's eating off the cash value.
Eating off the cash
It's called you got to select it in the beginning. It's called a premium. always checking for my customers because in the case that something happens and they can't pay it, you can do a premium loan.
Okay.
Right? So it'll eat off the premiums that was,
Right.
just like eating off the fat in the sense of a human.
Right.
But it will the loan amount.
Yeah.
It'll take the premiums out of it.
Oh, okay.
So you elect the premium loans.
Yeah.
I do it on all of mine, and I let them know. Yeah, I'm electing this for you because it's a benefit to you.
Right.
Something happens to you,
Yeah.
you can't pay the premium, you
Yeah.
get sick. That's an accelerated death benefit.
Right.
There's a lot of different variables, but I explain it to all of my customers as I'm writing them up. A lot of people just be frantic and they like, I want to get a life insurance policy, but I always like to educate them on what the policy they're getting
Absolutely.
and how it works.
Exactly.
So life insurance is not a scary thing, people. It's not
No.
you don't have to be afraid, you know what I mean?
No.
Especially in this at this time of day, you know what I mean, 2022, we are more enlightened and we're moving forward. We pushing the culture forward.
That's right. How do the people contact you in order if they wanted to get with JP and sit down and get a life insurance policy and give the people your information?
Absolutely. You can go on my website at jpworldenterprise.com. That one is a little mix. It's my communication that everybody know me from, as well as the life insurance side that I'm building. Or you can call me at 313-447-8464. You can call me direct. Call me anytime. You know what I mean? I'm gonna screen the heck out the call. I mean, girlfriends of past and girlfriends of new, whatever. They look at, why you always answering your phone? Because it's a customer in need. So
Right.
call me anytime. You know what I mean? Some people wait till the last minute and it's like, and they just be needing it. And sometimes people just need a person to talk to, but call the number and I'll set you an appointment for the next day for sure. You know what I mean? And then we'll get it done.
Got
Very
it.
easy.
Right.
Very easy process.
What are the other communication products that you offer that people know you from?
I had a company that I started in 2011, JP Cable Solutions.
Yeah.
I kind of mirror my life to Kobe Bryant because we both Virgos, right?
Okay.
So, Kobe did the 20 years in the league. He came in 96. I graduated in 96.
Yeah.
Okay.
He retired in 2016. He spent 20 years of his life mastering the game of basketball.
Right.
In communications, to me, I mastered. I did it in all different facets. I was the cable guy.
Yeah.
I started out door to door. I didn't, working for Comcast, in-house and being an independent contractor, hiring folks across the country to sell cable door to door.
Okay.
Did it
All
for
my
20
cables.
years.
Oh my goodness.
Now I'm into different things like IPTV and stuff like that. My company is doing a company partner that I just brought on, Victoria's Vision. I got her going in the IPTV realm.
What is
However,
IPTV?
So when internet phone came out, it was called Internet Protocol,
Okay.
phone.
Yeah.
Now it's like Internet Protocol TV,
Okay.
right? Internet-based TV. You gotta have a consistent internet speed, and you can watch TV. They doing it all over the
Gotcha.
not just the United States. It's really international.
Right.
That's where it's most. But anyways, in regards to my 20 years in the cable game, I came in 2003. I'm looking at 2023 as being my kind of like my exit.
Yeah.
And I want to spend the next 20 years of my career growing my insurance business, taking the same work ethic that I brought into the cable game door to door, bringing it into insurance. Like I tell people now, like right now, I'm a life and health agent, right?
Okay.
With Comcast, y'all remember the quad play. It was cable, internet, phone, and security, right?
Yeah.
That's what I got. That's what I got right now.
right. Well, so you got 4 lines of business.
Yeah.
Now I've been taking it a year at a time as to in the insurance business.
Okay.
So I'm life and health now, right?
All right.
And now the next certification is property and casualty.
Okay.
Insuring your property and casualty in the property, you know.
Okay.
So that's my next phase. But my plan is to spend the next 20 years. I built a insurance agency called JP Asset Protection Solutions.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So that's the name of my company. You go online, different things like that. So I'm going to spend these next, like what I thought my brother Kobe was doing. Like, you know, he's about to go into a different phase of his life.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably coaching. He was doing a
Right.
great job with his daughter, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, he's
and
doing
things
great.
like that. So I'm going to take these next 20 years God given, you know,
Right.
and devote it to helping my people insure themselves in the life insurance realm.
Yeah.
And then when I do get into the property and casualty aspect, I'm going to work with carriers that cater to my people. And I'm not saying black or white. I'm saying my people is people that are in a struggle a little bit.
Right.
I guess
Right.
what you want to say, or people that need resourceful help.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Affordable help.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So-
somebody who will talk to them and explain things and they
Exactly.
feel comfortable with. Because a lot of times, you know, you get approached by these people
It's
and
all
you don't
about the
really
dollar.
feel comfortable with
Yeah.
them.
Right.
You might feel kind of judged by them.
Intimidated.
Yeah, because the whole process is intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, even asking simple things like in health and stuff like deductibles and stuff like that. It can be intimidating for people to really learn what these things mean.
Right.
I work with patients, and a lot of times they're trying to get me to explain things, and I'm like, I can't explain that to you. Like, you have to call your insurance company, and they can explain it to you, but it's very intimidating. So I think it's very important to have that approach that you're friendly and that you understand. And I think
Gotta
that
have
they'll
patience.
get that from
Yeah,
you.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah.
And you, patience. That's like a virtue in this
Yeah.
game. Like I deal with a lot. Like right now, I'm in the health aspect. I'm in the Medicare season. I was talking about it to you before we started the show.
Yeah.
That's AEP, annual enrollment period in Medicare. You're dealing with seniors, your grandmother, right? Well, you're over 65.
Yeah.
People just run around ragged right this time of year, and they just like, it's because it's enrollment. There's no sales to it. It's just like, here, sign right here. I'm gonna give you all these extra benefits.
Right. Right.
But I come in the game, I feel like a Kanye because I'm like, skip all that. You're not about to just tell my grandmother anything.
Right.
Explain to her what she getting,
Exactly.
I don't know what the
dude.
fuck she's
Yeah.
what's going
So
on.
I'm gonna be the forefront of that. I'm gonna be the general in that, and I'm gonna explain to them what's going on. Yeah, these are the benefits you get, but you may lose your doctor or different. See, those are questions. These are unanswered questions in the health insurance,
Right.
and
Yes.
they be worried about. And now with PPOs, you can use any doctor in the network.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it got to be explained. It can't be signed right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you older and you don't understand.
Right. Right.
So that's my initiative.
Yeah.
That's my mission. That's where I'm coming from. I want to be able. If I write a customer a week, but I educate them, I'm okay with it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't care about 10 people a day. It ain't about the
Right.
money with me, but I know I'm gonna get it
Right.
because
Right.
I'm gonna be attractable, and they're gonna trust me, and they're gonna understand that I'm helping them understand.
Right.
Information is important.
Yeah.
I mean, we get so caught up in it. Nobody wants to tell the truth nowadays, or provide information. Everybody just want to make the quick buck, or put somebody in a bad situation. You know what I mean?
Flat out.
And a lot of people you can just tell the truth. It's almost like dating in a sense, or messing around. People will accept what you have going on as long as they know what you have going on.
That's
Right.
true.
So
That's absolutely.
you don't have to shield it. You got to have some morals about yourself. You definitely got to keep your morals right.
Don't take it
A
to
little
the grave.
transparency.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Be
Right.
open.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I
Right.
got you.
All right. So, how does it feel to be, on your little sister's podcast? Because
Man.
I'm used to being like my big brother and my little sister and my older sister. They're kind of like they're the sales people. My dad's a salesperson. My dad is a musician. Check out my dad's album. He has 3 of them. It's James J.D. Wilkerson. He's on Apple Music.
Okay.
Look that up. But they're the salespeople. Like, they can sell water to a well.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they just have those personalities. Earth signs. Earth signs are good at manipulating the material world. So Virgo,
Manipulate.
Taurus, Capricorn, you will find them in these sales related fields a
Right.
lot.
Right.
You will find them in those fields. But how does it feel to be on the talk show with your little sister?
I'm honestly like I've been like watching you guys both and that, and I'm elated. Like I'm sitting here like astonished. Like I'm sitting here like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, Kathy. You know, I'm so glad you brought me on, little sis. You got it. Wine.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all got it. Y'all got
Well,
a
thank
good,
you.
great chemistry. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm at the point. You know, my little sister know I promoted comedy shows and I brought in acts. I mean, I want to see this thing grow. So whatever it is that I gotta do, you know, I want to bring people. You know, I'm as soon as I leave here, I'm talking to some friends of mine. Like, y'all need this. You know, come talk to them.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just how I am.
Yeah.
So to your question, I mean, I'm super like happy. Like, wow, I'm so glad I did it. You
Right,
know?
right,
It was something that, you know, I don't right now. I'm time sensitive, and it's like I didn't really have a lot of time to do it. I'm shooting in New York in the morning and doing some stuff and coming back. But it's like, I don't care what I do. I'm going to go to this show because I need to get the message out there.
Right.
And I appreciate y'all giving me the platform to be able to do it.
Yeah.
You know, Kathy, you know, like I said before, I think you do an amazing job speaking and moderating.
Thank you.
You know, and that was one of the things when I first saw you doing your thing on Instagram, and I said, I want to do this with her. You know what I mean? Because I always, you know, was told I should get a podcast, and you know, it's one of them things where you can do it alone, but it's always better, you know, when you can do it with somebody. And I think you do an amazing job, and it gives me the energy, and I love being here with you. You know, we talk and we can bounce it back and forth. You know what I mean? So
That's love.
yeah.
I mean, look at the Breakfast Club. I look at them. I look at them in a higher stature, but I'm sitting here like I'm with E and what was his name?
No, don't put that on.
All right, what's the other one name? What's the other guy name?
Either one of them.
no,
Either one of them. No.
Really? What's wrong? I'm out the loop.
I appreciate the compliment that you were
In regards to their success.
Yes,
Yeah,
I got
yes.
it. In regards to their success, that's what I'm
Yeah.
looking at.
I don't fuck with Charlamagne,
100.
punk. But I appreciate you though, brother.
Yeah, but you get where I was
We
coming
get
from.
it.
Definitely.
It's just their level of success.
Oh, definitely.
understand.
Like,
They-
you know,
got
people
They're very
tune
successful.
in to them. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
And so, I pray that y'all that we all get there.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's
No,
just-
that was a
Amen
very
to
great
that.
compliment. Thank you, bro.
I
Yeah,
definitely pray
Yeah.
that we all get where we trying to
Go.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. That's all.
That's
we can do.
everybody. I don't have no hate in my heart for nobody.
No, I mean I don't have no hate for them. I just wish they would just have a stop being used, man. Like I know you on the level, man, and I know this is part of the game.
Right.
Right.
I
Just
know.
shut up, man.
Get past the money, people. We've shown
Golly.
we can make the money.
right.
Black folks, we ain't got no problem making money. It's
Trillion
time
dollars.
to evolve. It's power time.
Right.
It's time to stop being obsessed with bullshit,
Yes.
with things, with material things that depreciate, that's not going to get you nowhere. It's time to be like, okay, fuck that. Where we going next? How do we
Yes.
get some power
Right.
so we can get respect?
Right.
How do we get to Black Wall Street?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the great thing.
How do
about
we
these-
get to Black Wall Street?
Right.
That's the great thing about these podcasts because you guys can kind of you independent. You can push your own narrative.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That'd be the
Nobody
best.
Your own
controlling us.
message. And if you attract who you attract, if you're on
Yeah.
the track number 10, I don't care. I stand in this bitch every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as I can get my message across,
That's right.
you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And I know and I'm standing on that positive message.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, push on, y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Much success to you.
It's a work.
I
A
don't.
work in progress.
It's a definitely work in progress,
Yeah.
and we building. I don't
Yeah.
personally have a problem with anybody personally because
Yeah.
I don't know anybody personally.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I just wish when somebody on that level is speaking up for the majority of the people, that they had an actual friend. Can they have one friend? Come on,
Right.
man. God damn.
Somebody to grab the mic and say, I know you're getting this award, but
Yeah.
Beyonce had the best video of all time.
Right, man. Come on, man. Can we have one?
Can we
one
get some of that
friend
energy like ever?
ever, man? Can when a person, when they know the person is telling the truth,
Yeah.
because to not be able to see the truth, come on, y'all too intelligent to not know. But if you just don't want to piss these people off, like we seen LeBron, you know, that little clip where he's walking with whatever that guy. I don't even know what I don't even know what his faith is. The guy in the church,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck whoever it was.
He's like a
he
rabbi
was.
or something.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say, you know, because I'm not allowed to say he was Jewish and, and he was walking in there holding his hand. Come on,
Right.
bro. Come on now, man.
Wait, did you see the video of Charlamagne saying exactly the same things that Kanye was
Exactly
saying
the
like
same
years
thing.
ago?
Yes, because Charlamagne started out, you know, as more enlightened at first.
Right. But
But
that
then-
money, don't stare at money too long.
No. You know,
It's Medusa.
it was the money, and then I believe it's just his the skeletons in his closet.
Oh.
Because I believe that he goes extra hard on individuals for those people to make sure they don't bring up that situation that he had with that young girl.
Oh.
Yeah. So if he's protected,
So they're burying that for him
I believe
so that they can puppet master him a little bit.
Yes. So he got some, and that's what most of these celebrities they have. I believe that they have something hanging over their head where
Well, that's what they say. They kind of bring them to these parties and let them
Right.
kind of act up, and they keep
Yeah.
an account of everything, all the weird shit your ass was doing.
the weird shit.
And then when they need you,
What happened to where's
Indeed.
T.I. at now? T.I. with all his big words
Right.
and intellectual words
what
and
Charleston White say? He like to tap on.
He's supposed to be here, or was he here already?
He's gonna
supposed
be
to
here
at
this
Punchline.
weekend. Yep, he's gonna be there. I think
Wow.
Saturday,
Wow.
Friday or Saturday, or both
He's a
days.
comedian now, right?
oh yeah, he's doing comedy. Yeah,
Comedy. or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're excited for it next door because we're gonna get the spillover.
Oh, okay, yeah,
God.
yeah. But
This Saturday?
Yeah, it's this weekend. I'm not sure exactly what day, but it's this weekend.
Well,
So,
what
the
happened-
11th, whatever day that is.
But what happened to all those big words when, and you know, he's done music with Ye and he's interacted with him, and you know, why he playing a role? But does he have to play a role because of the fact of those accusations that came up against him?
Right? He had
You know,
a lot of accusations.
Exactly. Like, what are we doing, man?
Yeah.
So that's all, man. I just wish all these celebrities would just stop with the bullshit, man. We stronger together.
We
you know what
are.
I mean? We have the talent. We have the strength.
Right.
We're the strongest.
Yeah.
If all we got to do is just come together. That's it. We control everything, really. If you really realize who's in control, the person who's in control who does everything, not the person who calling the shots.
Mhm.
Or, you know, who up top, oh, he's paying me. Sit back.
Mm-hmm.
Try something different. You may lose. This is what Kanye's doing. You may lose. He already said this before this shit happened. You might hear that I lost my billionaire status, and then wait a year or 2 years, 3 years later, I'm going to come back and have 10 times as much, way more than I had before. You know what I'm saying? Even with, back to the voting thing real quick, even with this black people just automatically feeling like they're Democrat. Stop vote Democrat for one 4-year cycle, right? Not saying that you have to be Republican, but then just show them that we mean business. So if you wipe out that whole side by not giving them that support, then maybe we can start our own political agenda or political group.
Or at least they would try to actually do something for us in order to get our vote back.
But what I'm saying is, even if we took that power away from them,
Yeah.
maybe we could team up with these green motherfuckers or
Right.
the leaders of the nation. You know how they always had on different groups you never heard of because
Right,
they don't never
right.
get no clout and shit, like
Right.
the Walkers of America, whoever the fuck it is. Maybe we could team up with them and build them up.
Right.
But this time when they get built up, we're in a contract.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
Everybody else getting something but us.
Everybody getting something but us.
We get a lot of nice statues.
Statues,
And
slogans and
t-shirts
shit.
and like paint on the floor that
Right.
eventually gets sprayed away, I guess.
We talking about the whole Holocaust thing. That how long did it last? About 11 years, and they over time they got about $90 billion, and the things returned to them. But 400 or 500 years of slavery, and we what we got? Nothing.
Nothing.
Zero. Come on, man. Stop playing with us, man. We passed that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As a grown ass man, you know, people, you know, they get to this age and they stop talking, man. I ain't gonna stop talking, man. Fuck that. I ain't tired yet. You know what I mean? And I believe that the young brothers that's coming up, they ain't buying that shit because they ain't thinking like they call us old heads. They ain't thinking like most of the old heads thinking, man.
I don't know how they thinking though, but they not thinking like us. But I don't know how they're thinking.
Yeah, they're not thinking like the old heads, but they're a little bit more. They're a little bit more.
They won't do shit they don't want to do.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
They come to a job like
you know, fuck that.
Making the rules, sharing a pay. Every young person, every millennial and Gen Z we get hired, and they telling everybody how much money they make, fucking everything. Because you find out they making more money than you, and then everybody's upset. But the millennials and a Gen X are afraid to fight. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to be like, fuck this. Like, you can't pay them more than me and they just got here. Right. You know, but they just complain all day about it. And then they get mad at them. And I'm like, you can't be mad at the kids. Right. Because they're refusing to only work for a small amount of money. They want their money.
They know their worth.
Right.
Yeah. And they come in and tell you. And what we've learned is that it's actually illegal for an employer to tell you can't share your pay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's illegal for employers to do that. I worked at jobs where they did that, where they said, don't tell people how much you make. That's illegal. Right. There are labor laws against that. Okay. You cannot tell somebody that they can't share their pay. Man. And so that's why these young people coming on, they're sharing their pay, they're upsetting everybody. And it's just like crazy to watch because they are not the same.
Oh, yeah. I love the new generation that's coming up. You know what I mean? They got some ideas.
They do.
And
they are not going to work hard.
Right.
They're not going to labor and work their ass off.
Sure. Right.
Hell no.
Work smarter, not harder. Shit.
Anyways, we are at our time. Hour and a half flew by. Like I said, podcast time hits different.
Nice. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
JP, we appreciate you so much for stopping through. I know you pressed for time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Again, y'all, make sure y'all check him up. That's JP Asset
Protection Solution. Yeah, that's the name of my company, but it's jpworldenterprise.com, or you can call me once again at 313-447-8464. Take the number down. Give me a buzz.
Get that number down. Get that life insurance policy. Get it on your kids, your wife, your husband, your side piece, everybody. You get insurance. You get insurance. You get. Sure. Anyways, any closing thoughts, Juan?
I appreciate all the great information, JP. Yeah. You know, it's a pleasure having you on the platform. You know what I'm saying? No more GoFundMes.
Yeah.
You can get a policy for $14, $10, depending on your age limit, you know, but it's very affordable. And that's something that we need to push and look for in the future. Right now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, just get it done. It's okay.
Let's do it. All right. We out.
We out of here.
Peace. Thank you.
I'm here to take the motherfucking game, bring it back to the realness from which it came. Nice medallion.